I have risen. Okay, now first things first, I really do want to apologize for my lack of uploads. I'm trying my best to fix it. You gotta understand, I'm just doing a lot of shit right now. But okay, one thing I have been doing a lot is going to conventions. All right, one convention that I have been to recently was TwitchCon. You know, I don't know if you heard about it or anything like that. TwitchCon is pretty much the party convention. You go there to network, meet people, and party and bullshit and party. That's kind of how it goes. I mean, from what I could gather, this story is gonna be a lot different than the other ones because this is an anime arc. This was a journey. You see One Piece, you know what I'm saying? As they were trying to find the One Piece treasure, this was me. Just the only thing here is I don't know what the fucking treasure was. The party scene was something that I'm not really adept at. Like I'm a novice, if you will. Like I'm not even like an expert or anything of the sort. Going to the parties at this convention was something new for me. I don't really drink like that. I haven't smoked since 2012, and all these things they play a big part for what goes down within this convention. I got a hair in my mouth. That's fucking great. So to keep you guys filled in from what happened each day, because this convention went on from Thursday to Sunday technically, because the convention really started on Friday. On the top right of my screen, I'm gonna have what day it was so you guys can follow along with, you know, what antics took place that day. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so Thursday, this was the day where everybody was landing and starting, you know, to get hype and get comfortable in the hotels and shit like that. Normally when you go to conventions, you like to come a day early. There was parties that night, and I guess people who were partnered already wanted to go there to make sure that, you know, got in and either smashed or got some drinks or whatever benefits came with that little partner swindig that I did not go to. What I did on Thursday was, knowing all my homies are coming in, I said, you know what, let me work a little bit. I worked on a bunch of videos and I didn't really upload any of them because I didn't like them, but I made one video that you guys are gonna see this weekend. But before that, you know, I worked all night to the point to where I didn't really make a lot of wise decisions. Now to give you a heads up, I live in San Diego, California. This convention takes place in LA, okay? So that's really a drive and a few hopscotches to get there, which is like an hour and some change. So I wasn't really stressing too much. So that's why I stayed home and worked. While I was working, getting my shit done, I wasn't really keeping track of time, and I fell asleep at a time where I really shouldn't have. Woke up at 2 o'clock, homies messaging me. Now the convention started at 12 and it ends at 8. So with waking up at 2, I'm like, fuck. I got in the car, drove down there, and I got there at like 6 or something because traffic was an asshole. And by the time I got there, well, everybody was kind of in their hotels, not really doing anything. So I'm just sitting here like, hey guys,
you got game on your phone?
So I talked to my homies in the room. We just kind of chilled up a little bit, just like, hey, you know, talking about Twitch, YouTube, all that good stuff. I don't really know what was taking place with our conversation life or whatever. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been filled in with the fact that Etika was having a big party from the video that he posted and all that good stuff. So I heard that. I'm just like, yo, Cloud Coin, ching, what's good, dog? What's this party information? I was talking to Etika that day, kind of seeing what was good with the address and stuff like that, and it turned out we were in the same hotel. So we went to the lobby to meet each other for the first time. I took my homies, just like, hey, let's go meet my dude, and you know what I'm saying? Went to the lobby, met Etika, really cool guy. You know, normally when you meet people, when I meet people personally that have a lot of hype, because I am somebody who is very hype and whatnot, I'm 100, you know what I'm saying? I keep 100, but I have seen people in the past that do YouTube that are really energetic and what have you, but they're not really, I mean, they're not the same person when you meet them IRL. So that's the one thing I like to do, is kind of see if they're the same person, so I know if I could fuck with them in the future or not, as a homie or just as an acquaintance, right? Etika is a real person through and through, and I just kind of want to say that just kind of like, you know, like a shout out, like somebody I respected and shit like that. But whichever way it goes, we met. I'm just like, hey, what's good, dog? You know what I'm saying? Whatever the black people do nowadays with the handshakes, I did that. So we went to his room after that to do like pregame. Pregame, as far as I'm concerned, is like what you got, your pre-party, you know what I'm saying? You get the drinks and you get the turn up in you and all that good shit. Now my mindset with going on this trip was kind of having a good time and doing things I don't normally do, because that's kind of what you do in the party scenes, you know? I try to loosen up a little bit. Now your boy loosened up a little too bit, a little too much. When you turn up and loosen up, as it were, you kind of have to know what your limits are, otherwise you're gonna make a lot of dumb decisions. Learn from me, okay? Went in there, you know, everybody's chilling, yada yada. Oh, and from this point onwards, I gotta use different code words for what I did because I still want ads in this video. So yeah. So everybody started taking the shots of the devil's sweat, you know, the devil's juice, as it were, the nectar. And I'm just like, bet, let's get that. I don't really take shots like that, but I ain't no bitch. You know, I see everybody having a good time. I ain't gonna stop it. I took like 3 or 2 shots. I don't think that's that much. The only problem was it was on an empty stomach. After that happened, I saw the food items of the devil's cookies, as it were. Without really kind of knowing what the fuck I'm doing, I took like a pretty decently sized piece of the devil's cookie. The issue is here is that those cookies are pretty powerful, and you don't even want to eat a half of it normally if you try to function for the day. You want a little piece. I didn't know that. Never had cookies before. I had some of the devil's lettuce before in 2012, but that was as far as that went. You know, I thought I knew what I was getting into. No. That's the no. So I had like a big-ish piece with the crumb and all that good stuff, and I realized I had to get ready to go to the party, like a BlizzCon party, I think it was. So I had to go back to my hotel to, you know, change and freshen up. And as soon as I went back to the room, I started realizing that I'm kind of fucked up. I started texting a bunch of people, making all types of plans to meet homies in the lobby, to go eat dinner with a few people, to go to this party, that party. Like, I was doing everything. And when I was making those plans, I wasn't coherent that I was making another plan after another plan after another plan. So when I kind of like sat down and looked at my Twitter, I'm just like, yo, I'm fucked up. Like, what did I just do?
Dog, I didn't ask for this. I had shit to do tonight. I can't function like this, bro.
So I was at level 1 in that hotel, like level 1 of being a little bit lifted. And with being lifted, I'm just like, you know what? I can function like this. I think I got it. So I broke everything down that I made plans for. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go eat dinner with this person. I'm gonna go meet my homie in the lobby, and then I'm gonna go to the party afterwards. That was my mindset. This is what I was gonna do. Execute the plan. Let's get it. So as I was going to the lobby, I forgot entirely that I was meeting my homie there. So when I saw him, I'm just like, oh
I can't function like this.
Now my homie also took part in eating of the devil's food, and we were both jacked up, lifted. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at him like, oh fuck. We acknowledged the fact that we were both equally gone, and we had a social link gained from that experience. What happened from there? We were both chilling where like the pickup for the Ubers were, and I was trying my best to act normal so I could order this Uber, bro. But that Uber was just so hard. I couldn't order it. I couldn't see straight. I couldn't function. I couldn't do it. I tried so hard. So my homie came down and he was just like, hey, what you guys doing? I'm just like, bro, can you help me get an Uber? I can't. I don't know what I'm doing, bro. Helps me get an Uber. I go in the car. I realize I'm fucked up because I'm paranoid at the world. I get to the place. I see my friend, and the minute I said hi to her, I realized this is going to be a bad day. Like, I don't remember. I don't remember what really happened too much after that. I guess we walked to go eat to a place. We were talking about something that I just can't remember for the life of me. And the minute we walked into that door of like where we were going to eat, gone. It's just black, bro. It's just black. I do not remember. I do not remember what happened in there. It got to the point where I had to go home early. Like, I took an Uber to go back to my place because I was done. I was KO'd, bro. So as soon as I got back, I saw some people outside that were also blown back. I'm just like, hey, what's poppin'? So I sat with them a little bit. The one thing that I learned when you're blown off your ass like that is that you can have some cool ass conversations with people who are also on your level sometimes, more times than none. So I sat down, we started talking. I was like, hey, what's I don't know what I was saying. Honestly, I don't know what the conversation was going. I realized I gotta go back to my room. I struggled all the way to my room. I saw the floor there. I'm just like, bam. Woke up next day, and I wrote a message on my phone. I don't remember too much of what happened, but I made sure to warn myself because I guess I'm a fucking goof. Now, Saturday is when shit gets real because this is when Etika's party is. This is when a lot of the big poppin' parties are. So I woke up at 2 p.m. I went to the convention first because I didn't go to the convention on Friday. Meeting some people that were really cool. I met some of my homies and homegirls and brothers, you know, and we hung out for a little bit. The clock struck 6 p.m. I think it was. So I went back to my hotel. We're trying to figure out what we're gonna do for the night, and there was a big Twitch party that I guess everybody was going to. When I say a big Twitch party, it was like big. My only issue here was that I am a partner on Twitch, but I wasn't able to get my partner badge. So that being said, I wasn't able to get special privileges to go to these parties and kind of able to do anything, because when you go to these parties as a partner, you're able to go early, and that's before like the onslaught of people come, you know? Once everybody comes through, you can't do shit because everything's gonna be filled up. Like, it was a lot of people on a boat, mind you. I like parties to a degree when the room's kind of dark and I can't see the amount of people, because I think I get low-key anxiety when I see too many people in one spot. Like, I just think that's one thing I gotta get over. But that party was a little bit too much for me. All right, I got in the line as like a regular person with my 3-day pass badge, and I had to get in the back line when I had to wait like 30 minutes before we could even move. And I kept on seeing that line stack up. You know what? I'm gonna go home. Like, this is just not my scene. Too many people. I'm getting stressed out. Told my homie, you know what, dog? I like y'all, but I can't do this. I go home in the Uber, and at this point, I forgot to let you guys know, my homie Rhyme Style was watching my dog. Rhyme let me know that I had to get Goku by Sunday, you know, because he had to go do something that was really important. Pretty much if I did not get Goku Sunday, that would have hella fucked up our friendship, to say the least. My goal was to try to fit everything that I could within the time that I had, because it was at this point, it was like 7 or 8 o'clock. And I realized that this is probably the most opportune time to drive back to get my dog. But what if I do a lot of gangster shit in between so I can get my dog in the morning and still, like, you know, make it all work? So long story short, on my way back, I was making plans to go hang out with my homie. Now, she wanted to go get a drink. I didn't know if I had time for like a lot of drinks because I was gonna get drunk if that was the case. I wasn't gonna drink like that for one. At this point, I felt like I was very easy to pressure because my mindset was already there. So she said, at least let's get one drink. I'm just like, okay, bad. So we went to like the lobby of my hotel, like in like where the bar and shit was. We got like a drink. We were talking, you know, chilling, all that shit. Her homies then came. I met some of them, really cool people, and it just got to the point where I'm just like, you know what? I think this is where we stop. I gotta go. It's like 9 o'clock almost at this point in time. I thought that was like the only thing I could fit in. Etika's party was like starting at like 11 or 12 or some shit, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the exact time frame of that, but I really wanted to, like, you know, chill out and like fuck with the party a little bit before I even left. Now, knowing myself, I knew if I went to that party, it would have been a wrap. So I knew I couldn't do it because I had to get my dog. I went in the elevator and there was this guy in the elevator and he was just like, how was your TwitchCon? I'm just like, it was all right. It was pretty chill. He said, oh, I feel sorry for you. I'm like, bitch, what the? He was telling me like, this is your time to turn up, bro. Like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, hey, we got a party coming through, this and that, yada yada. So I'm like, bet, let's go to this fucking party. I got in my car, you know what I'm saying, bzzz, and it was like a pretty like ghetto-ish house party. But I only say ghetto because the house itself was looking a little bit danky dank, but the party was pretty dank itself. Talked to this dude for a bit, drank something with the guy for a bit. I knew what it was because I made sure to pour it myself. Anyways, we're talking la 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 about life, TwitchCon, partying a little bit, you know. Woo! And then I'm just like, okay, now it's 11 o'clock. I don't have that much time left, and I went to go back to the hotel. Now, I don't know at what time frame I put the location to Etika's party in my phone, but I was driving there. And on my way driving there, I noticed, I'm like, yo, why the fuck is the hotel so far? I started tripping out a little bit. I'm just like, yo, like what's happening here? Like why is it so far? Then at that point, I realized as I'm like midway away from the hotel and towards the party, I'm fucked up. Like I drank a little bit too much. I didn't know my limits, and that I was a little bit dizzy. Not dizzy, but my mindset was a little bit, it wasn't there. On the road, not myself, dangerous as hell. It's 100% dangerous, okay? But I didn't know because I was feeling good. It didn't hit me until I was in the car. So I'm just like, fuck, bro. I need to make sure I don't die. So I turned my siren going on. I'm like, shit. And I just focus. I focused on the road and I made it there safely. Now, I got to the location of the party, and at this point I'm talking to myself because it's like 12:20 or something, and I'm realizing if I go into this party, I'm gonna lose my friend and I'm gonna lose my dog for one, because where they're going, it's like, who's gonna watch Goku? It's either they're gonna not go to where they're planning on going, or they're gonna, like, I don't know, put Goku in like some place. Well, I'm pretty sure no matter what, he would have made sure Goku's okay. That's indefinite, but it was just a matter of, it was just not the right move, and I knew that, and I really just wanted to fit the last thing in that was on my list in before I had to go back home and be an adult and shit. So I'm just like, fuck, bro. I could do it. I could go in there, control myself, be like, what's good, you know what I'm saying? Turn up for a little bit, meet some people, you know, talk about life and shit, you know, get some homies out of this shit, and then go back. That was the goal. That was the plan. As soon as I walked out the car to be like, all right, bet, game plan, let's get it. It hit me again. I'm just like, whoa, dog, hold on a second. I used all my energy, my normal energy, as it were, to drive, but I didn't have any reserves left to walk properly. So I'm just like, fuck, I don't think this is a good idea, because I know if I go in there, I'm not coming back out the right way. I'm gonna be in there, I'm gonna lose a friend. At that point, I had no choice but to drive home, and that was kind of the official end of my TwitchCon. Sunday, all I really did was kind of say goodbye to my homies, say you know, yada yada, like, it was nice meeting you guys, and that was pretty much it. Like, that's as far as that went. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the story. I don't know, this should be my last crazy story for the year. Let's hope, bro. I'll catch you guys later. I want to say I'm gonna upload tomorrow and kind of get back into schwang, but I just kind of have to see where my life is going at this point in time. So let's see what happens.